Ever since the beginning of my tennis journey that started a little over a year ago, there has been one nagging thing that has continued to cause me issues. The serve. I took a quick look at my past couple of matches and I am averaging double-digit double faults. And yes, this is me in my current form, not just me when I started. It's gotten to the point where Trey doesn't even get in a ready position when we play because he doesn't think the serve is going in. Or even worse, he just charges at it like it's literally a joke. And when your main tennis motivation at the moment is beating your brother, this isn't enough. So over the next week, I will be hitting 1,000 serves a day to get rid of my double fault disease. By the end of this video, you will hopefully have watched my serve go from mediocre to elite and watch me beat Trey for the first time ever. Now, I hate to admit it, but in order to get this thing started off right, I had to go to the archives. This has been done before, and one thing I can say about Trey is he did develop an elite serve in a short amount of time, so I had to study up. I thought this piece was helpful. If I'm gonna be hitting 1,000 serves a day, not every single one of them needs to be full on 100%. So this Roger Federer drill of stepping into it, keeping things smooth, is gonna be a good amount of the balls that I hit each day. I'm actually not lying when I say I've literally never done this drill. And I really have never practiced my serve at all. The foundation of my fundamentals was turning on pro tennis, watching what they do, and trying to mimic it. The drill did feel awkward at first, but it did bring me back to my baseball days. Just trying to feel like I'm throwing a baseball, keeping it light. One of my issues is swinging way too hard at the ball, and this drill forces you to be loose. Started to get the hang of it. Felt like I was ready to move on to serves. Really, I couldn't believe how long I had already been out there. This right here is my full first serve of the day, and honestly, not bad. Here is a look at the mechanics from the side. This is what we're working with. Threw some of my serves into Swing Vision just to see statistically where we are starting. And while not the most reliable thing in the world, it had me hitting serves in between about 70 to 95 miles per hour or so. Definitely underestimated how difficult and exhausting this challenge was gonna be. By the end of day one, my arm already felt like it was gonna fall off.
You know, I don't want to move too much further in this video without getting some proper instruction before I start just whacking at serves every single day. So we've got a soft, just get me right.
I like to use, just like how a lot of times we use our left hand to find distance for our forehand.
Right.
I like using my left hand to find my distance for my serve. This is going to be more or less the exact position.
Oh, good.
What would you say that toss was?
Felt like what I'm comfortable with, so it was probably too far to the left and not enough forward. It was basically right above my head. Yeah.
Great. Nice. 6 inches higher, 3 inches to the right.
Pretty good.
What do you mean pretty good? This is the best serve you've ever done. Stop lying to the camera. Your motion only starts once it gets to the peak. So by the time you already made contact, it had already fallen. I want to plan to get it at the peak. Ooh, okay. Using that whole 6'6" frame of yours.
Oh, that's the best serve I've ever hit, actually. That's actually the best serve I've ever hit.
Day 3, me and Asaf talked through the importance of a good warm-up, getting the body warmed up, then the shoulder, and last, the mind. The serve is all about repetition and consistency, and with the correct warm-up, you can cue in the muscle memory to hit bombs. We all know what it feels like to be searching for your serve mid-match, and that's not what you want. Very thankful for my time with Asaf and the insane growth that my serve made in just 2 days.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. 2 in a row. Okay. Beautiful. Great.
Good. Feels good.
I got it. I got it.
Come on.
My arm is about to fall off. Now 1,000 is what we did for forehands and soon to be backhands, but we're not doing that for serves. I'm just gonna hit as many as I can until I feel like, you know.
All right, that was my first run through there. 6 for 20. Not ideal. Think I'm swinging way too hard. Full cycle that time. Got 21 out of 60. Now I need to look up and see what the first serve percentage is for the pros, because that doesn't feel great, but the ones that I'm hitting in are bombs.
For anyone wondering, the first serve made percentage is around 64%, so I'm not quite there.
One last cycle through here. The goal to beat is 21 out of 60. All right, I'm 20 for 50. I've already basically got it, so these last 10, I'm going all out. I'm exhausted. Let's take it today. All right, rise and shine.
As we near the end of the challenge, it's time to seriously lock in. If I want a chance at beating Trey, I need to build confidence with my new serve motion. I wanted to see the progress of starting to make a higher percentage. It's not as easy as it seems though. Yes, I had now established a good foundation, but truly turning my serve around in just a matter of days is a tall task.
Damn.
Major frustration was kicking in and it was time to just call it a day.
I feel like I know what to do, and I don't know. I probably made less than 25% of serves today, so I just can't quite piece it all together, but that's why we're gonna keep going at it.
To assure myself that I wasn't totally toast, I threw some of the stats into Swing Vision and the numbers looked much better. I was consistently hitting above 100 miles per hour. The improvement is there now, it's just about becoming consistent. Day 6 rolls around and we are finally starting to find a little bit of a groove here. On the screen is a stretch of a good run where I'm making about 75% of these serves, and even if I'm missing, it's not by much. The thing that I started to notice too was that the contact was improving. I felt like you could hear that pop. I was hitting the center of the face most times. Final day focus is just fine-tuning a couple small things. Overall, I'm very pleased with the continual growth in the velocity of my serves. No, I'm not making every single serve yet, but that just takes time. All that there was left for me to do was head home, get some rest, and get ready for a big day tomorrow.
My forehand is trembling. I need to go home.
Getting things kicked off here in game 1, and my ground strokes have been feeling good lately. The goal is to make a bunch of first serves, put some pressure on Trey, and hopefully my ground strokes hold up. Trey takes game 1, but I was really just excited to get the ball in my hands and start serving. As you can see, things were a little bit shaky to start with the serve. I felt like there were near misses though. I was right there, just had to keep plugging away at it and I would find my groove at some point in this set. There's the first big one of the day. We need some more of those.
As someone who is well versed in these challenges, here's the issue. You come out here after hitting 1,000 serves every day, you want to prove yourself in the match. That's a lot of pressure. And so you feel it, you try to swing hard, you want to show people you've gotten better. It's not always translating, especially when you got one match to prove it to YouTube. Hey, I've gotten better.
Definitely a good assessment from Trey there. I had all this pent up energy about serving well in this match. And one, that causes you to focus less on the other pieces of your game. And two, you have so much focus on your serve that if you don't serve well, then you start to get frustrated. But at this point, it's early in the match. I had to focus on breaking Trey here to avoid going down 3-0. Played a really good game here, and I'm able to get the break and tighten things up at 2-1.
Find a groove, gotta get this serve going. Only made one first serve the last time around. Good ball.
I think you can see that when my serves go in, it is a massive weapon, and when they do, I have a big advantage on those points. But it's like we talked about this entire video, it's about the consistency of making the serves that matters.
Such a bad miss.
Fall down 3-1, and you can see the frustration building. The service games are not going as I wanted them to, and now everything leans on me breaking Trey.
Damn it, Kyle. I'm not gonna tell him to do it, but take a little bit off that first serve. Get a couple more in, put some pressure on me. I still feel like if we get in rallies, I'm gonna win. So I wanna see him make some first serves, make me play on the defensive.
Mistakes continue to pile up, and I think that's something that I didn't do correctly with this challenge was put some emphasis on the second serve. Not every single day your first serve is going to be rolling, and I still have the same second serve that I've always had. I think at this point we've had 4 first serves go in, and 3 of them have not been returned, so it would have been nice if we could have just done more of that. I'm staying in all the games. The match definitely was more competitive than our last ones, but I think we can all tell where this one is headed by this point.
That was not good. It's pouring down rain now, fitting into the video. Yeah, not the performance we wanted to see, serve-wise especially, but not even that. Ground strokes, I don't know, I just played too tense and probably made like 5 or 6 first serves after a week of putting in work. That's not what you want to see, but we have to focus on the positives. You know, I played 2 matches the day before my match against Trey and hit a lot of really good serves. I think we got to build on that at least. I think the pressure just got to me, unfortunately. When really, I have nothing to lose in that situation, and we know this. But, you know, when you put in a lot of work the week leading up to, you want to perform well. And so just by nature, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. If we're talking about quality of points in I think that was my 4th match against Trey on the channel, there probably were the most quality points in that match. Back to work is all we can say. I definitely feel like the contact on my serve is way better. I think Trey was talking about getting some more spin on that first serve just to increase the probability that it goes in, and then the second serve was terrible, just didn't work enough on that. But I do feel like I'm playing the best tennis I've ever played, and I can say that based on the last 2 days matches and the quality points that were had there. I do feel like I'm playing at a good level, and so just not quite, you know, a 6.3 UTR level yet, whatever Trey is. But we'll get there. We're getting closer and closer. Do not give up. I'm not giving up. Got to keep putting in work. See y'all soon.